Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about a funny situation with Disney. They're merging Hulu Live TV with Fubo, and this apparently is going to end this lawsuit to block venues. Just try and keep track of the names here. Hulu and Fubo are going to merge to stop Venue.
But no, okay, yes and no. It's a whole situation. So what's going on is Disney, along with Fox and Warner Bros. Discovery, we're going to make a sports channel called Venue Sports. It was supposed to launch last fall, but because of what was going on, Fubo did a antitrust lawsuit against them. Their accusations were basically you could only get channels from Disney if you pay for channels you don't want, and then they have trouble marketing to their people. And that Disney and company own most of the rights to sports between those three joint venture people, and that it was going to be so expensive and it was going to ruin access because they were going to come in and offer a cheaper version and no one could compete. Right. So it was enough of an argument that they got an injunction issued. Disney and them tried to stop the injunction, and another court date it was dismissed again. They said nope, still moving forward. It was going to move forward to court date in October of this year, but now all of a sudden they roll out some big announcement. They made a deal, and Disney has Hulu Plus and Live TV is going to be on Fubo now, and there's a whole bunch we're going to talk about it, and it avoids court, it avoids Discovery.
That's
all of a sudden Disney decides to settle it.
Right, and that was kind of what was going on with the Gina Carano lawsuit is they were trying to avoid Discovery, and so this is going to be really interesting. We're going to talk about that, and then we might add to this video kind of the streaming service merger predictions that are going to happen in 2025, and basically the Hollywood Reporter says there are only 8 viable platforms.
So it's streaming Highlander, which is what we've been saying the entire time, guys.
That's going to be the title of the video.
We've told you this. We've told you this repeatedly.
So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you will get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Check out clownfishtv.com. Check out piratesandprincesses.net. Check out clownfishminus.com for our Minus Plus Club and merchandise. And thank you so much for the support. And this article is actually coming from piratesandprincesses.net.
Yeah, so hey, just check us out. I did basically. So it came from Variety originally. Just to go to Variety, it'd be easier. So yeah, I explained what was the backstory leading up to it. It ended up in an injunction, so it couldn't launch in the fall like it was meant to. They tried to get it dismissed. They have lost. I think they're going to try again, but they were likely going to lose again. So now they just made a deal. And it made it all go away. So
this is the
Disney way. So Disney announced a deal with Fubo to continue Hulu Plus Live TV on Fubo's operations in a joint venture. What's weird to me is this, though. This is what I don't understand. Fubo was mad. They said that basically if you wanted the sports channels from Disney, you had to take all these other channels too at an inflated price. And they didn't want that. So their deal is that they get Hulu Plus Live TV on their thing. That to me sounds like it's ending up being exactly what they said they didn't want.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of money. It's probably going to be like a crap ton of money involved, which is why they're agreeing to it. So they're going to have to drop their antitrust lawsuit. And then the Hulu subscription video on demand service is going to be, it's not part of the Fubo deal and remains separate, but you can get it.
Okay.
On Fubo.
I am as a consumer, this is confusing as hell. Like this is part of the problem with the streaming services is that like it is so confusing. It's bad enough to have to think like, okay, which shows are on which platform, but then be like, okay, which flavor of that platform do you want? Do you want the Plus, the Plus Ultra?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying here. Fubo was mad because they said that you were forced to pay more for channels. And now, I guess it's a case where you can add it on via Fubo. You don't have to. But that's what by doing that, I guess they're going to get the channels for a reasonable price. But there's a couple things. One, this is going to give them a combined 6.2 million North American subscriber amount, and that's going to put it behind YouTube TV, which has 8 million customers. So Disney is going to get the customers. They're going to be able to count those as their subscribers, and Fubo is going to be able to count them too, to be fair.
Right.
But basically, it's just more add-on to theirs. And then Disney's going to own 70% of the joint venture with Fubo. and they're going to get the remaining 30%. And it'll operate under Fubo.
What?
But the brands are going to be separate. But apparently you're going to be able to do an add-on through Fubo if you want Hulu Plus Live TV.
Yeah, I think this is incredibly confusing. Good luck with that, I guess. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's already bad enough. It's like, okay, do you want Hulu? Do you want Hulu Plus Live TV? Do you want Hulu Plus Live TV minus ads? Hulu Plus Live TV plus ESPN plus Disney plus plus?
Well, this reminds me of is like the carriage agreements they had with the, was it Spectrum Charter Spectrum, whatever. And those kind of ones where it came out at the end that, and those customers are going to get Disney Plus ad supported because that's what Disney's going to do is anything that's going to up their subscribers and make it look like we have more people. So this joint venture, which Disney now owns 70% of and Fubo owns 30% of, they're going to negotiate carriage agreements, for Hulu, Live TV, and Fubo services separately or independently from Disney.
Yeah.
So Disney won't be involved in the agreements, even though it's for their stuff. This whole thing is confusing and clear as mud.
Yeah,
it's really stupid. And I don't understand if their argument was, again, I don't want all this other crap, clogging up our sports, but we don't want to pay, for these channels we don't want. And now you're doing this. To me, it sounds like the antithesis. So there has to be a shit ton of money involved and more access to sports.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's too hard. They said, in connection with the deal, we're going to talk about streaming Highlander on top of it. In connection with the deal, Disney, Fox, Warner Brothers will make a cash payment to Fubo of $220 million. Disney is committed to provide a $145 million term loan to Fubo in 2026.
Okay, so they're going to get $220 million. They're going to get access to all this. Go back up to the channels. They're going to get these networks:
ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SECN. I haven't even heard of some of these. SECN, ACCN.
So, but they're going to new tier now that's going to feature these things because they want to focus on sports. So, but if you want to do Hulu Plus Live, you can. But they're going to get access to more sports, and that's going to lock down the fact that they were worried they weren't going to have access.
Right.
So they're going to get access. They're going to get a big cash payout for Disney, and they're going to get a loan from Disney, and Disney now owns 70% of them.
Yeah.
So they're a Disney asset at this point.
Was that the goal all along, was to get them to just buy you out? I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Disney wants to own sports, basically. They want to own sports with ESPN because Iger came from sports, right? He came from ABC, and that's they know that, and it's like, I don't know, guys. So we're going to see a lot of consolidation. This is the Hollywood Reporter. They've got predictions for 2025, and they believe it is going to be Highlander. They said,
no, really? Wow. How smart of you, Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah, so there can only be, they said that there are only, I think, 8 viable platforms.
I think there's less than that.
I think there's like 4, maybe. They said entering 2024, talk of bundling streaming services like traditional pay TV bundles was all the rage, but industry experts have long also argued that the streaming space could end up consolidating to create a handful of big streamers. So ABC, NBC, CBS, that's what we're talking about.
I'm just shaking my head because this is everything we've been telling you since they all started announcing their channels. This is exactly the end game that we said was going to happen. And that was when they started announcing their channels, 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
And we said it then.
Yeah.
Here it is a few years later, and it's exactly as we said.
Yeah, there's not enough demand. There's not enough consumer
demand.
What
do we know?
This is Reef Ehrlich. Who the hell is Reef Ehrlich? Reef says there's room for consolidation.
No, yeah, lots of it.
As we look at the streaming ecosystem, we anticipate there will likely be consolidation among subscale platforms in an attempt to compete with the biggest players in the market.
That's what Fubo just did. They merged with Disney and got more access because they're going to be going up against, venue sports.
Well, that's it. They can't compete directly with ESPN. If you can't compete, can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah, very much.
It's pretty much what's going
on. What they're doing.
It's a she. I thought it was a...
No, it was a she. They said she.
Reef. Okay. There are currently around 8 platforms which could be considered mass market, while most in the industry assume consumers are willing to pay for 3 to 4 subscriptions.
Which is what I'm thinking.
We talked about this in another video just the other day about how people are dropping streaming services. There are too many of them. It's too complicated. Given the number of users and engagement data, we believe that Peacock, Max and Paramount Plus could be good candidates for partnerships and or consolidation.
Well, I'm pretty sure a couple of them were teaming up with other people, like for some kind of deals coming up soon, but they weren't consolidating, but they were teaming up to try to make it more appealing.
They should. Well, Warner Brothers are going to be spinning off a lot of their cable networks too, and Paramount. I mean, they're getting bought out by Skydance. I could see like Max Cock.
I was going to say P-Mount, but you know.
P-Mount Max, P-Mount Plus.
P-Mount.
P-Mount.
Cock-Mount Max?
Cock-Mount Max. That's how you.
Max. Mount Cock Max.
Cock Max. What? Hell, it's Cock Max and chill.
It's
like, yeah, you're going to want to sit still for this, okay?
It hurts less, trust me.
Anyway. They said, in addition to increasing the subscriber base, consolidation has the potential to strengthen the content offering and reduce marketing costs as well as churn. That's just it. People subscribe to a service for like one show or one movie, and when it's over, they leave. Or they're like, hey, I haven't watched Peacock in 2 months. Like, why am I paying for it?
People will watch it if you change the name. Cock-Mount Max. They're going to be lining up for that one.
Some have in the past mentioned Lionsgate assets as an interesting target for streaming giants to look at expanding. Lionsgate, I could see them doing that. I mean,
that makes sense.
That's kind of what happened with Amazon and MGM and stuff. They say, keep an eye on pay TV mega deals, yada, 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 yada. Basically, it's Highlander at this point.
It is. It's going to give it another couple years and we'll see who's left. And what all got bought up and put where.
Netflix will be fine.
Netflix will be fine. Disney Plus will probably be fine.
Prime will probably be fine.
Hulu, well, if you count that with Disney, I think they're counting them separate, but the Hulu will be fine.
I think those, I mean, other than like Tubi and the free ones, what I'm waiting to happen is for like Netflix or Disney or somebody to come along and be like, hey, we're going to buy Roku, we're going to buy Tubi to take them out of play. Because companies will do that. They're like, rather than compete with this, whatever, they're paying our ass.
Ideas.
Well, no, I guarantee you they're already thinking about it.
Don't sell out.
They're going to be like, hey, why can't we have a Cock-Mount Max TV at Walmart and we can just pump it full of ads and other things.
Did you phrase that better? God. See, I can't even speak now.
You say Beverly.
Betterly.
Oh, I thought we were talking like Star Trek where Beverly gets the Cock-Mount Max from a ghost.
That was horrible.
Ghost cock.
My brain froze because there was just so much Cock-Mount involved there that my head just couldn't take it anymore.
Whoa. Neither could his.
That's just... How did it be?
Cock.
Anyway.
What the hell? Too much information.
You made me laugh so hard that I literally peed.
We're going to wrap this up. There we go.
Are we done already?
Yeah,
okay.
Are we done? I think all that build up and that's it. That's it. That's all we're done. Why does it always go this way? Because it's boring news otherwise. Like in other news, streaming company A eats streaming company B while streaming company C watches.
I'm sorry.
It's like what?
It was over so fast.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants. We'll talk later.